of Kristen in Spirit. I did an impromptu tune in just now and I got some information. I had this, seemed like a teen girl coming through, and then that kind of faded to the back, and then I had this man with a beard, and it seemed like he was showing me a cabin, like he seemed to live in this forested, deep green, very deep green forested area, some kind of like a cabin or a wooden house in the forest, which I guess would be a cabin, like deep in the forest. And he then was showing me, it was like albums. He was like going into like, it looked like an attic or some kind of a cabinet that was up towards the ceiling, and going to get albums. There was some tension in the communication. Like he was telling me there was something he needed to explain. I got a quick flash of like something to do with the field of potatoes, like digging up potatoes. And then a message of the high life, whatever that means. So this seemed like a mountainous kind of a place, like in the mountains. I was then shown, and I don't get a lot of visuals, but I'll get flashes of things. And so I got like this flash visual of it seemed like a doll that was kind of covered with like soot or yeah, from like smoke. Like the face of the doll seemed to have a bunch of soot on it. And he was telling me about shutting things down, and in the way that someone would shut things down, like because they don't want to hear something or they don't want to tell something, like they're gonna shut it down so it won't be heard or it won't be told, and yeah, just not allowing things to be talked about seemed to be the message there. There was some kind of an attraction, and so I was trying to get a sense of the relationship to whoever the message is for, possibly somebody he was attracted to, and definitely a message of an apology, but for something that happened that couldn't have been helped, that he made a point of that, like it couldn't be helped what happened, but he was apologizing anyway. And this person deserves to hear that message. And names can be difficult, pinpointing names, but the name that came in was Emmie. So I don't know if this is for somebody named Emmie. And when I asked about, a message like to wrap up, I think that he really was saying that there's an apology here. And the message also to wrap it up and tie it off and send it downstream. And it really had this feel of that needs to be done so there can be some closure here. So whatever this message is for, I guess, for somebody, an apology for somebody, and to help with closure surrounding something that happened that couldn't have been helped. Maybe the name Emmie. All right, so I'm gonna leave it with that, and I'll see if anybody resonates with that. That would be really interesting if I could get some feedback. And if not, I'm just gonna put it out there in service of spirit, because I know they want to be heard. They want to communicate. So yeah. Anyway, peace, love, and light.